Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for September, weekly reading for September 2nd to the 8th. The first card we have, Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished Symphony. I'm thinking that the next sign got this same card here. I'm coming in with this is a unfinished symphony, meaning unfinished business, we keeps it real here. We keeps it real here. Unfinished business, unfinished project. It's a number 10 card, so it's a number 1, which has to do with new beginnings. So there is something that you're called to unfinish, Gemini. To finish unfinished. What's happening? If I can, it says unfinished business, so it's something that you're called to finish, especially as it relates to, we are now in the energy of Virgo new moon, which really requests of us to take the time to focus on things that we might have started that we did not finish. Yeah, so it's unfinished symphony. It's unfinished symphony coming in for you, Gemini. So there are some things that you might be wanted to revisit, yeah, and to see how best it is that you can tie things up. Maybe it has to do with a project. If it's not has to do with a project, maybe it has to do with a relationship, the normal human being issues that we have here in this world, in this dimension. There is balance, energies of balance coming in, that you might be wanted to see some balance in your life. And with your September forecast reading, it really spoke about you wanting to find balance in your life, and you're like not wanting to compromise anymore and want to be flexible for anyone anymore. You are just finding yourself in the need to be your own self, yeah, and to just gravitate or allow things that are really organic and authentic and very cohesive to who you are to gravitate to you naturally. So there is some unfinished business. You're standing in your truth. I'm just looking at the overall card. You have the Emperor here, so you definitely know who you are, where you want to see yourself. I'm seeing where in which there is some level of journaling that you're asked to do, some sort of a journaling, so as to keep you very much in alignment. This journaling is gonna help you to see your progress, or to document your progress, to see where you might be falling off short, or to see how far you have come. So there's some sort of a journal energy I'm getting as well. Something is coming in quickly with the 8 of Wands as well. Balance is here. He's here again. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which really speaks about very much loving energy, finding your tribe, togetherness, love and family, and inheritance, abundance with the 10 of Pentacles. There's some retrospect energy also, that you might be find yourself going into some sort of a solitude, where you're finding the time to review all is it that you have gone through, and maybe review that pile of paperwork that you have on your desk, or those decluttering of areas in your life. Yeah, you have a judgment card here, so there might be some sort of a judgment going on. Might be you have to make a judgment call, or it might be there's someone judging you. So let's clarify the card. The first card we have under your unfinished symphony, unfinished business, unfinished task, is the 10 of Swords. And with this 10 of Swords, what really coming out to me is that she is very much simplistic in this energy. She is barefooted, and she's looking ahead, regardless of the fact that there might be some things that might be hovering over your head. You might be having a lot of concern issue as it relates to the way forward. Might be you're bogged down with the tasks that you have in front of you to undertake. So you're called to strategically make the necessary move. And I would say take things in small um um bites. They do things in small, task, like, just start somewhere, my beautiful Geminis. I would like to call you gems, my beautiful gems, right? So let's get a card to clarify the sword. And with the sword, you have the fool. The fool. And the fool is all about is taking a risk, taking a risk, taking a risk, a calculative risk, a risk that is going to propel you into the right areas or will assist you in accomplishing the many tasks that you have. You might have to be balancing work-life dynamics, family dynamics. There is something there that you are trying to balance or might be have a challenge with at this point. You will be coming out of it because you see you will be finding balance. You have the 10 of, don't forget we have the 10 of Pentacles here. You have the King of Wands at the bottom, and with the under the 10 of Swords on the Fool. And what is really standing out to me is the protective mechanism that is behind him, which is in the representation of a lion. And this is to show you, goes to show you that in truth and in fact you do have your spiritual team with you. You do have your ancestors, you do have your guides, and whatever tasks that you might have or challenge that you have or unfinished, project, unfinished thing that might seem mountainous and overwhelming to you right now, Gemmy, my gems, you have the support mechanism, you have the strength within you. So don't forget that the DNA that your ancestors have, it's already in you. You are your ancestors. So let's get a card to clarify the King of Wands. Balance. Balance. You see what I'm saying, gems? My Gemini, balance is coming in. And it is across from the Two of Pentacles, which is signifying to me, which is speaking to me of balance as well. There's a level of patience that you're going to be called to have on yourself for this week, my beautiful gems, Gemini. And try to find balance. Try to balance that work-life energy that I was saying initially at the beginning. Try to find some me time, some you time to do, might be some mani and pedi, to go get a facial. It's whether you're male or female, it is good to do these things for self, to hang out with friends and stuff like that. And this is what you're called to do, because this will allow you to not to be too life won't be so monotonous, so boring, so intriguing. So for you to break up life in different pieces, small increments, small pieces, and to just do your journal, set your timelines, work accordingly, and you will find that everything will just work cohesively. We have the the 4 card is about balance, and this Emperor is actually balancing on the world, and you're going to be balancing your world, Gemini. You're going to be balancing your world. The Emperor is all about knowing what he needs to do, how long it's going to take for him to do it. So it's he does a lot of forecasting, he does a lot of projections, he does a lot of planning, and this is the energy that I'm picking up for you now, Gemini, for this week, for you to focus on using up your planners and using up your journal, and try not to do things now in a way more so that it is very much not too burdensome for you. Let's get a clarification card. The Moon. The moon is a very nurturing energy, and then the energy of a very, loving, nurturing energy. You might have been dealing or have been dealing with an energy that is surrounding you, which is of a Cancerian as well. So it's a very nurturing energy. But what is really standing up to out to me with this is the chakras, the color of the chakras. And the color of the chakras is it very important that all your chakras are aligned, yeah? And by doing so, how do you go about doing so is to making sure that your life in general is also balanced. You're balancing the physical with the spiritual, yeah? And it's when putting in two wholes together that you will become whole yourself. In your middle row, we have for your main card, listen, baby steps. I didn't even see what it says. Baby steps. And it says action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So it's asking you to follow your intuition before it makes sense. And it's a very purple, crystal, kind of mystical energy I'm getting from this. And right under that, it's the Eight of Wands, of something beautiful and mystical will be coming to you swiftly. Something, and I'm picking up its balance. It's a number 8 card that I really associate with the infinite sign of abundance. So there's some abundance coming in for you with the Eight of Wands. So take baby steps. As I'm saying, that if you have a task, it is best for you to do things in small bites, in small tasks, than to try to overwhelm yourself with this work. Yeah, so plan out your day. When you rise, or the night before, you plan out your day, and things will kind of smooth themselves out for you. So let's get a card for the Eight of Wands. Ace of Manifestation. And there lies the manifestation of you coming into alignment, of you now being able to relax because you have gone ahead to make the strategic and necessary moves so as for you to accomplish the unfinished symphony. And it's relative whether it's been a relationship or a task or a project, each and everything in this life that we live, in this experience, it takes time, it takes attention, and it's good to have balance. We have the Two of Pentacles, which initially jumped out at me as it relates to balance. So let's get a card there. Community. You need community too. Community is very important. Community for persons to assist you. So might be there's some level, source is saying that there should be incorporated a level of delegation. You delegate whatever tasks, some little minuscule tasks, because Gemini, I know for sure that some of you prefer to do what it is that you have to do for yourself, because when it is done properly. Even more so now that we're in the Virgo energy of crossing all T's and dotting all I's and being so meticulous. But you're called to embrace some delegation. Just trust the process. Take baby steps. We have the 10 of Pentacles of this beautiful abundance coming in. I already identify it with the Eight of Wands coming in. To clarify, the Eight of Wands was the manifestation card, the Ace of Manifestation. And you're coming into some beautiful energies, some beautiful vibration coming in. I'm picking up that some of you will be just embracing your true north. Yeah, embracing your true north at this time. Family togetherness, love, joy, children are playing, and the dog is there. You having your 10 of Pentacles, which is abundance. So let's clarify, get a clarification card. mother of creativity. And this is gonna stem from your effort of tapping into your creativity, of very much strategically aligning yourself and planning and putting in the necessarily work in order for you to finish whatever it is you have started, whether, as I said, a relationship, whether it is a project, whether whatever it is, whether it is the dishes, whatever. Whatever it might be. Then we have for your third row, ears wide open. Ears wide open. A beautiful, it looks like a fox, a little baby fox with very huge ears. And with this card, what I'm getting from source is that for some of you, spirit has been nudging on you for quite some time now, and it is very important that you can, you identify source and allow your spiritual team and your ancestors to assist you in the way forward. Yeah, to not, you might be a bit impatient with the Seven of Pentacles here, but nonetheless you're asked to have your spiritual ears wide open, because you're getting messages. For the Judgment card, there's a judgment call that you might need to make, as it relates to, might be a job or might be the projects that you're embarking on. You're gonna, request to make some sort of a judgment call. Yeah, so it's either you're gonna, what I'm picking up, gonna really come into the realization that you need to delegate some little task to others, so as for your workload to lessen as quickly as you would want it to see. Because I'm picking up also that you do have a timeline, and you just want to see things happen, but you're asked to take baby steps. Fear. So the card that comes in to clarify judgment is fear. And it's fear, what I'm picking up, gems, is the fear of not accomplishing. Mhm. Yeah, it's a fear of not accomplishing what is it that you have set out to do, and you have no fear. There is no need for fear. It says here on your card, baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So with this is saying that to follow your intuition, to listen to spirit with ears wide open. Do not have any fear. There is no need for fear. Fear is false evidence appearing to be real. So you just want to kill fear and to move forward. Make that necessary judgment call in order to move forward, and in order to come into the realization of what is it that you want to see happening in your life. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm also seeing the chakras as well, and I'm also seeing a energy of, as if he's praying over this plant. He's really praying over this plant and for it to grow. But what I'm really getting is that for some of you, it's advisable that you be very patient, number one, with self. Number two, take some time outside in the sun to connect, to ground. Yeah, walk barefooted with your first card, Ten of Swords. As I pointed out, she's barefooted. Walk barefooted to collect some of those electric energy from Mama Earth, just to connect. And that is what I'm getting, to be patient and to connect with the Seven of Pentacles. Coming inside, to clarify the card, is criticism, and this is one of the fears that you might be having at this time. The fear of being criticized, the fear of not living up to expectations, and maybe it necessarily doesn't have to be anybody expectations but your own Geminis, because you have high expectation of yourself, and you're very hard on yourself. You very much push yourself to the limit. So you're subconsciously, you're feeling, because you are subconsciously might be criticizing yourself, you might inadvertently think that others might be criticizing you, and it might not be so. So you're asked to have not this sort of a fear, of being criticized, or of being judged. Yeah, of being judged. The judgment card is here. Now we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords energy is an energy of, taking stock of what is it that you have done, and doing the audit and feeling very much accomplished. You see, my beautiful gems, you will come true for this week as being the one who have accomplished the necessary tasks that you had at hand to do. And what is really jumping out to me is that relaxation, that rip in her jeans. Yeah, she's so relaxed, not perturbed, looking at the waves in the sea, and very much in her element, and very much relaxed. She might have delegated some tasks to someone to do, and she's very much not in fear of whether or not it's going to get done properly. So this is what you need to find within your energetic space and feel and energy, to find the time to, as I've been saying during this reading, to relax, to have that sort of a balance, and to not be too hard on yourself. Let's get the card to clarify that intention. And it is, and you have to have the intention of seeing things working out cohesively as you would love them to work out. You have a lot of wing card here, which is your energy, beautiful gems. So your energy is being presented here a lot. So have before you start any task, put your intentions in it. What is it that you want to see come out of this? How is it that the intention of hiring this person to do this, or the intention of delegating, the intention of setting this time aside to go have a drink with a friend, or what is it that you're going to reap from it? What is the pros that you're gonna reap from it? Okay, so make note of your cons. And this is a journal that I was picking up before we actually pull any cards, as I think we had pulled a card as it relates to having a journal to make notes, so that you can have some sort of a paper trail or reflection point. Yeah, so this is a beautiful reading for you. This is your reading, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here, and do have a beautiful week.